afternoon. Good afternoon. It is a fantastic day, and I couldn't be more excited for the people of Texas, for our country, and for Samsung. First and foremost, I have to begin by thanking KH and his extraordinary team here at Samsung. Thank you, KH, for your great leadership. Yes, please. Because of you and the leadership of your company deciding to invest so heavily in the United States of America, we have this. And to you and to your employees who we've met, I had the chance to meet, thank you. To the men and women back there who are building this facility, thank you. Thank you for your hard work. Stay safe. It's an outstanding achievement. And of course, we're just getting going. I also have to thank members of Congress here with us today, because without whom this really wouldn't have happened. You know, so often we hear, oh, Washington's broken, can't get things done across the aisle. I don't know. As Archie said, when we decide to get serious, great things can happen. President Biden put his back behind this. Senator Cornyn, who was with us earlier, led this in the Senate. And Mike McCall, chairman, led this in the House, and because of their leadership and the support of Congressman Doggett, we did get it done on a bipartisan basis. Huge bipartisan votes in the House and in the Senate. I just have to take a second to, give special thanks to Senator Cornyn and Chairman McCall. By the way, Mike, when you told that story that you leapt up and gave a hoot, anyone who knows Mike was not surprised by that. The guy has unbelievable passion and energy and determination, and when he decides something is good for the country in Texas, he leaps out of his seat and gets it done. I will tell you, on a personal level, I'm deeply grateful for your leadership, because after this bill passed out of the Senate and it was on its way to the House, for reasons having nothing to do with chips, but having a lot to do with what was going on in politics that day, we were draining votes in the House like you can't believe. And I called Mike with a pit in my stomach. I said, "Are you still with us?" He said, "Hell yeah, I'm with you, and I'm going to whip votes to make it happen." And you did, and it passed, and we are here today. So thank you. And to the governor, and to the governor, and to the members of the local assembly, and to the mayor, and to the judge, thank you for your local support. Having been a governor myself, I know the real work happens on the ground. We can send the money and the support from Washington, but the permitting and the hiring and all the red tape that you clear out of the way every day, thank you so much, because it's making it happen. As Archie said, as has been said, 2 years ago, I had the honor of traveling to Korea with President Biden. And it was, of course, 2 years ago before the CHIPS Act passed. And we toured Samsung's magnificent facility just outside of Seoul. And I remember getting out of the motorcade with the president. The president looked up at the facility. He said, "My God, this is amazing." He said, "This is exactly what we need in the United States of America." And in fact, in the President Biden's words, he said, quote, "That visit was emblematic of the future of cooperation and innovation that our nations can and must build together." Today, 2 years later, we're seeing that vision become a reality. And I want to tell you this facility here will be twice as big as that facility in Korea. That's unbelievable. Twice as big as what we saw there. And you're doing it at a speed that's unbelievable. 4.5 million square feet built in the last 18 months. Unbelievable, path-breaking, and we have your back to make sure you're successful every step of the way, as do your customers and suppliers who I see here in the audience. I would like to say also, obviously the big announcement today, the reason I'm here with my unbelievable, fantastic, top-notch CHIPS team, is that we're here to announce that the Commerce Department intends to provide $6.4 billion of funding, direct grant funding to Samsung from the CHIPS and Science Act, so they can develop and continue to develop and expand the facility that we see behind us. As has been said, you can clap for that, $6.4 billion Everyone in the front row on my CHIPS team had more hair and darker hair when this started, but thank you for hanging in there with me. I'm very grateful. But the proposal, the $6.5 billion that we are providing, we're not just building a fab, right? This is more than just, building a factory to build chips. It's so much more than that. This investment, as KH said, will quite literally transform Central Texas. It's going to support a comprehensive, diverse, leading-edge manufacturing ecosystem here in Central Texas. It includes 2 at-scale, state-of-the-art, leading-edge logic foundry fabs. Some of the most sophisticated chips made in the world will be made by Samsung here in Central Texas. Also, a dedicated research and development fab. Also, advanced packaging facility. As somebody said, we don't do nearly enough packaging in the United States of America, and Samsung's a leader in that area, and an expansion of Samsung's facility down the road in Austin. These investments together, blows my mind every time I read it. The first leading edge fab, the first one, is the size of 11 football fields. And they're planning to build 2. Then they're also packaging them, doing R&D, core research and development, which will support the future. As somebody said, we're not just out to make these chips for today and tomorrow. We're rebuilding an entire semiconductor ecosystem in the United States of America. And one of our biggest, best, most innovative clusters will be led right here in Central Texas by Samsung. And I know Chairman McCall mentioned and cares deeply about the national security implications, which is, of course, why we passed the bill and why it was bipartisan. But I got to say, the best part about it is all the jobs we're creating for Americans in the process. Good paying, family supporting jobs. Just this operation here will create over 17,000 construction jobs for you folks out there in the yellow vests. Almost 5,000 good-paying manufacturing jobs, many of which don't require a college degree, but will require the training that will happen in the facility built right over there, and tens upon tens of thousands of good-paying indirect jobs right here in Texas. It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. So I have to say, I do count myself as among the luckiest people in the world. I have a great honor of working with companies like Samsung, my own team, local elected officials. But my boss, President Biden, had a vision. He had a vision, and that vision is becoming a reality. He's committed to manufacturing, revitalizing advanced manufacturing in America, and that's what this is about. In Central Texas, we will, once again, lead the world in chip design, chip manufacturing, chip packaging, and chip R&D, and lead the whole world behind that vision. So ladies and gentlemen, congratulations, and thank you for your commitment.